Welcome, everybody, to the Dreamers Podcast. I'm your host, Super Joe Pardo, and it has been way too long since I've been able to take some time and talk with you. And man, there's so many things to go over. Obviously, I'm recording this today on March 19th, St. Joseph's Day. Happy St. Joseph's Day, everybody. And there's just so many things been going on. Obviously, the news and the self quarantining and like where I've been and where, if you haven't been like following social media, like where I've like physically been and where else I've been podcasting and spreading the good word. So I just haven't had time to really sit down. That's one of the reasons, like, I'm out here in my garage. Anyone that has been following the show for a long time knows knows my background here when I'm out here in the garage, because my daughter sleeps in the room next to my office upstairs and I can't do that up there. So because it's only 8:33 and hopefully she's still sleeping. So where have I been podcasting lately? Because like the last time I made a post was back in January 7th when I did a video with oh my God! I just was looking at her face, and now I'm like, and now I'm blanking on it. Oh crud. I'm absolutely the Sandra. I, for some reason, I wanted to say a different S word for Sandra Henry, and she she was doing great. I hope she's continuing to do great, even though this is a trying time that we are in. So I've been podcasting. I started up another podcast with Jennifer Crawford of DC Podfest and Sparent.co, where she takes parents with spare time and allows them to be virtual assistants for small businesses. So we teamed up and we brought along Samantha Riley, who has been, I don't know, on the show like 4 or 5 times, maybe even more times than that. And we get together every single week at on Facebook Live over at facebook.com/Business Geeks Podcast, and we geek out about business and how much we love business and different topics and answering live questions and things of that nature. It has been one of the most fun hours that I have gotten to have, for sure. So so we've been meeting every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can get it there, and go like the page and join the chat, join the conversation every week, and you can also go to businessgeekspodcast.com to get the the RSS feed. So if you want to listen to the podcast on your your mobile device while you're out going for a walk or practicing self-care, practicing self-quarantining, that is definitely something that you can do. So yeah, we're just having a lot of fun. I would like to get them posted up on my website, so at least it looks like I got stuff going on, because I have so much going on, but my website hasn't been updated because it's just been really hectic leading up to me going to Podfest back on March 6th. I flew to Florida. My family flew out drove behind me. My mom, my stepdad, my sister, her husband, her kid, my wife, and our 2 kids, Ava and Dom, drove down to Florida while I flew so I could go to Podfest in Orlando. And I remember being very nervous. In fact, if you follow me on social medias, I posted a poll asking if I should drive versus flying, because at that point things were starting to get a little hairy and crazy, but nobody was panicking yet, and it was like, oh well, just a couple of people have this, and I'm like, yeah, but they don't know if they have it for up to 14 days, and they're spreading it, and you just don't know. And Not trying to be alarmist, but I was just like, I don't know. And then I was like, do I even want to really go? Because I don't want to get stuck in Florida, because they were driving down for us to go to Disney World for that Monday, the 9th, till that Saturday morning when we drove back to Jersey. So it was not something that I was crazy about. In fact, I kind of intentionally drug my feet in the morning so I would be kind of late to get to the airport. I was like the second to last aboard the plane, and I you know I don't know, if I had missed the plane, I probably would have just went home. And taking it as a sign. But yeah, I wasn't like trying to be super proactive. We left late from the house, and security fortunately was moving pretty fast. But had they had a big hold up or something, I might not have made that plane, so I might not have went. So we went, had an amazing time. I loved all the people that I got to see, all the people I got to hang out with. I don't want to start shouting out names, but you all know who you are. And it was just a great time. I got to meet with a lot of sponsors that hopefully will still be signing on for Indie PodCon. If you don't know what Indie PodCon is, it's the Independent Podcast Conference happening here in Philadelphia. It was formerly MapCon, Mid Atlantic Podcast Conference, and it's happening September 24th to the 26th. So if you want to go, if you want to speak, go to indiepodcon.com/apply. If you want to get tickets, go to indiepodcon.com/register and use offer code IPP to save 10%. So it's not till September. So all this stuff started happening, and it started, picking up steam over those days that we were in Disney World. And it was weird. It was like we were in a bubble. There was like, nobody really seemed to be worried. I didn't see too many people with the hand sanitizer. Considering how many people were there, there wasn't that many people with hand sanitizer, or wiping the rides down. There wasn't even that many stations. I want to give a shout out to Marriott for having a ton of hand sanitizer stations. It was as if they were like, we're not letting this happen on our watch. Disney, not so much. I wasn't really happy about the fact that there was a lack of hand sanitizer stations. And then by Thursday, we started to see hand washing stations. But the couple that I saw were all like basically right outside of like the bathrooms. And I'm like, but that's where the sinks are. So why are we not putting them by like the fast food, the counter service meals where people can wash their hands after they get their meal or before they get their meal, and at least minimize potential spread of, the flu or coronavirus or whatever. And yeah, so I don't know. So it just kind of really bothered me that was seemed to be the case there in Disney. And we were just trying not to panic either. My sister was like, all right, well, it seems like back at home people are like buying up all the toilet paper, people are buying up all the food back here in Jersey. Why don't we go to the store and buy anything kind of food, see if they have anything down here, or if people aren't panicking. And we went, my sister and I went to Publix, and I primarily bought pasta, rice, medicine like Tylenol, children's Tylenol, just in case, because I didn't know what to expect when we got back. One thing I didn't buy was any kind of paper product. We already have paper towels and a couple cases of toilet paper here. But it was just, I wanted to at least have calories, and I didn't. My sister, she brought frozen things back. Some of it was a really good deal. I was actually really impressed with how Publix conducts itself, and I kind of wish they would had one up here. I would definitely. I mean, I don't go food shopping, but if I did, I would probably want to go to Publix. Not that ShopRite's not great, cool, but I would probably go to Publix. So. Yeah, they people down there just weren't worried. It was as if it was like it was a bubble down there. Like people, they they had their little shopping carts. Now I don't know I can't speak for what it was like the days after that we left. I remember talking to the people in the checkout line, and they were like, yeah, maybe I should stock up a little bit more. I think one person in front of me was buying a lot of meat, like meat to freeze. But again, I didn't have a freezer, and I wasn't trying to. We only had so much space in the minivan, so I was trying to like mitigate how much I was going to bring back with me. So it's just this decision, and you might have seen the Facebook Live that I did while I was there. If you didn't, you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Super Joe Pardo, and watch it there. It was like, so I'm in Publix, and there was plenty of food and stuff like that. So you know, we just didn't know what to expect. I didn't want to like stockpile a ton of stuff, and we didn't have a ton of space to bring stuff back. So I spent a couple like $300. Like I said, mostly bought things that just don't go bad, because I didn't know what to expect, and I wanted to be able to at least bring calories back with me in the worst case scenario, and things that my kids would actually eat. Sadly, the one thing my wife pointed out, and Melissa pointed out afterwards, was that I didn't get any veggie pasta. That was something I should have gotten. So there's that. But we were able to get that. So when we got back on Monday, we did get to go food shopping, and bought some of the frozen stuff, some meats and things. It wasn't devastated, but it was definitely like there was some things that there was a lack of, specific types of meats and things like that people were probably putting in their freezers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so anyway, we finished out our trip. I got a text message from my boy Josh on like Thursday night that Disney World was closing, because we saw that Disneyland was closing, but we just weren't sure when and if Disney World was going to close, or if it was going to continue to be in this bubble. So we go to the park on Friday, the Hollywood Studios. I shot 2 videos while we were there, and it was lighter, but it still was pretty crowded, for sure. It did not dissuade anybody from coming to the parks, apparently. And yeah, we basically finished our day out a little early. I think like by 6 o'clock we had done our Slinky Dog Dash fast passes that we had to do because of Ava. I also want to give a shout out to a cast member, Jelly, who works at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We had dinner reservations at Chef Mickey's for like 8:30 or something like that, and there wasn't enough time for us to get there, and it was almost David's birthday, so we went up and we had a conversation with Jelly, and it's David's birthday, and we have these dinner reservations at 8:30, which we didn't get into almost 10 o'clock by the time we were able to actually get into the restaurant. But I was like having this whole conversation. She's like, okay, you know what? She's like, why don't I just let you in the fast pass lane? And I was like, oh, well, thank you so much, Jelly. I really appreciate it. And we came back out. We thanked Jelly. Ava thanked Jelly. Gave Jelly a hug. And it was just it was really it means a lot to me as a multi-year annual pass holder. It means a lot. It makes up a little bit for the lack of hand sanitizer, a little bit. But I really wish they had gotten more. Maybe in the future they can stock up on those things and use them when the time is the right time. So that was a magical memory, and then being able to talk to my daughter and say, "What's your favorite part of our Disney trip?" and her saying the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, like that because she really wanted to go on it, but the line was like it was over 2 hours. I think it was like 140 minutes or something like that, and there wasn't enough time for that, and then to make dinner at the time which we were there. So I'm so glad that it was just a magical experience for her, and it means the world to her and to me because of meaning to her. So yeah, so we Saturday morning we get in the car. We stopped to get gas at Wawa down there. We're big fans of Wawa up here, and it was it was pretty light. There wasn't a ton of people there, but it was also a Saturday morning, so you just you don't know. Got some breakfast sandwiches and got on the road. And when it came time we had like snacks in the car, so we did like a late dinner or early dinner, like a 4:30, 5 o'clock or something. As soon as I saw the sign for Chick-fil-A, I was like, okay, we're stopping there for bathroom to go along with brand power, which is kind of the theme of this segment here. They I was like, if one of these fast food restaurants is going to be clean, it's going to be Chick-fil-A. And they had removed they got rid of their trays. They got they were cleaning all the surfaces. Like, you walked in, it smelled like bleach. You walked into the bathroom, it was definitely bleach. There was somebody in there cleaning the bathroom right then there on the spot. So I greatly appreciate Chick-fil-A taking this very seriously, and at the very least making people feel confident around them. And that's one of the reasons I was like, if I'm going to trust McDonald's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell, like, I'm going to Chick-fil-A every time, and not just because of the chicken. But with that said, like, please stop the styrofoam cups. It would be greatly appreciated if you stop that. But you know what, you guys did a great job of keeping it clean, and keeping people safe the best that you can while staying open. Of course, at the time, they still let people in the store, so this was prior to, like, them saying, oh well, we only do, I don't know if they are only doing drive through, but like every other place is only doing drive through at this point. So yeah, so we went there, and stopped for gas a few times. Bathroom Pilot, you guys got to do a better job. There was like no toilet paper in the bathroom for my daughter. They had to use a toilet seat cover, and it just I don't know what, I don't know. You guys got to get it together. Having gas and fuel for trucks, and eat grab and go things is not enough. It's gotta do a better job on the bathrooms there. I don't remember where it was specifically. I think it was like North Carolina. I think that's where we stopped. But yeah. So we got home about 2 a.m. It was a long drive. We left about 8:30, 8:45 or something like that in the morning on Sunday morning, 2 a.m. Got home and went to sleep, woke up, and I surprisingly wasn't tired. I did majority of the driving, and Melissa did a couple hours, like 3 or 4 hours on the way back. And then it was time to get the clothes out, wash the bag. We're wiping things down. Fortunately, because we have kids, we have lots of Clorox wipes in the house, Lysol sprays, and stuff like that. So we weren't really hurting for any of that. We went to bring all the food in, and I wanted to wipe all the food down, with the Clorox wipe. So that took a lot of time. And then on Monday, Melissa went out and did some food shopping, waited in a really long line to get stuff, but she was able to get the meats and things that we needed, even though it was really long lines, and I guess people are already stocked up, so it's like the supply chain is able to catch up now. But yeah, so all of that, and then I went to a local like convenience store called Heritage's, and they had bread. They had pretty much the whole store was stocked to stuff. So I was able to get eggs and milk. Bought 2 gallons of milk, and bought I think 2 or 3 loaves of bread at the time, because I didn't buy any bread down in Florida, which I kind of wish I had, but it's okay. It's all good. We got an extra like two loaves, and I just went there this morning to pick up a couple more loaves of bread, because kids eat bread. And they had plenty there. So I'm guessing that they're able to keep up now that people are kind of stocked, and we're keeping a couple loaves in the freezer as a just in case. But yeah, so it's been hectic. We've been self-quarantined since Sunday, staying pretty much at the house aside from that, going out to get the food, keeping the kids at home, trying to keep them entertained, trying to keep them fed and just relaxed. Ava knows that there's like an illness going around. She kind of understands the idea of germs. She's like coughing and sneezing into her sleeve. She's been sick since before we left. She threw up apparently like 3 times on the way down. And I don't know if that was car sickness or whatever on the way down to Disney. But after that, she, like, for the most part, she definitely was coughing, a lot of mucus. I heard other kids coughing in a similar way, with like they cough and you hear like mucus moving around inside of them. Because they don't spit it out or blow their nose or anything. So, and then since Tuesday, I've been dealing with a bit of a cough myself. Not this Tuesday, but last Tuesday. So, it stinks. And now Melissa's starting to get a cough. So we don't know. We don't know what we're doing. But we're checking our temperatures regularly, and just trying to, stay positive, stay focused, and stay helpful for the people that are around us. So it's I wrote on Facebook, if you missed it, I think going forward, instead of handshakes, instead of hugs, unfortunately, and instead of elbow bumps or fist bumps, just tell people how much you appreciate them, how much you appreciate their time and their effort to be able to, whether it's video, virtually, like I'm coming to you right now. Just take time to tell people how much you love and appreciate them, because we don't know like what the next day brings. And I seriously feel like we've been we've been in the stuff. I'm I'm getting knocks on the door next to me. We've been getting yeah, the door doesn't stop knocking. Oh, hold on 1 second there. What do you want to come out here?
I don't have a coat on now.
You probably should have a coat on. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hey.
Did you enjoy Disney World?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of Disney World?
Roller coasters.
Which roller coaster?
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain's not a roller coaster. It's a log flume.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy
Big Fern Mountain?
You did? What about Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
Yeah.
Who helped you get on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
Jelly.
Oh yeah. Oh, was that nice of Jelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice of Jelly.
But Daddy didn't get help us get on.
She did. She let us on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the line wasn't really the line wasn't full of people.
Well, yeah, the line was full of people, but she let us on. Here comes trouble. Dom, come here.
Here goes on it.
Hi, Dom. Say hi.
Hi.
So we definitely have been trying to have fun and keep it light here, right, Ava? We having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Oh yes, you do. Do you miss your school?
Did Mommy take a picture of us
Where?
when we were on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
I think we have a picture of us on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
We do?
Yeah, and I think there's a video of it too.
And how did we look on that? Like that.
Yeah, like that. So yeah. So do you miss your school?
Yeah.
You miss your teacher and your friends?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to be sad. But you know what? We're gonna have fun anyway, right?
Yay!
Yay! All right. Can I finish up here? Can I finish talking?
No.
No. Okay. Dom, here, you're gonna go here. You want to sit here with me, Ava?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't think I'll get it.
All right, you go inside. It's warmer inside. Oh. You all right? You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's how we're doing. We're doing it with smiles. Yeah. So I think one of the other things I wanted to mention was the other place I've been is the Indie Pod podcast every Wednesday night. And I actually did two episodes this week, where you can get those at indiepodcon.com, I think /podcast. something like that. But if you just go to indiepodcon.com, there's a player right there, and you can get yourself access to the IndiePod podcast, and that's been a lot of fun. Bringing together the podcasting community that we've built over the years here. Other than that, obviously they're closing the parks today, starting today, which is probably a good thing. Because I heard from my dad that there was like tons of people in the park, in like a couple towns over, like pouring in, playing hockey, tennis, basketball, and I'm like, yeah, so you guys are just like probably going to help make this take even longer than it needs to. So there's that. So we're good here. We have plenty of food. Hopefully we have plenty of sanity. I'm putting together, it looks like I made a post this morning, and I'm putting together a podcast virtual conference. So if it's something that you're interested in, go to indiepodcon.com/group, join the group. It's going to be next Saturday. Next Saturday is the 28th. So we're going to have a lot of speakers. We're going to have fun. We're going to raise money for a charity. And if you're interested in either speaking or just attending, it's totally free. Just join the group and you'll get approved in, and you'll get to learn a lot about podcasting. We have some really amazing people that you're going to get to learn from. And I don't know if you can hear all the knocking going on next to me, but I definitely feel like I'm going to go back up to my upstairs office in a little bit here if the knocking does not knock it off. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you all are staying safe. I hope you all are staying smart. I hope you all are staying well fed. And if this is like the new normal for a while, like I definitely am going to have some time to crank out some more Dreamers podcast episodes. And doing it this way is so much easier. Just turning on the mic, turning on the camera, and just recording. It just makes it so much easier for me. I would love to do more cinematic, flying the drone around and things like that. But it's just right now, it's not going to be that time, unfortunately. So anyway, I hope you all have an amazing week and make the best of it. And feel free to reach out to me, joe@superjoepardo.com, or on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you want to connect with me at. I'm there at Super Joe Pardo. Any kind of support, any kind of questions that you have for your business. I know people are struggling right now, and probably the next episode I will get back to some business related questions and answers and all that. But if you have any questions, please shoot them over to me. I would be happy to answer them and do a video about them, and get this Dreamers podcast rolling down the road again. All right, everybody, take care.